Greetings. Today's video is about harnessing your power, your powers, your essence, your blueprinting particles from the imagination, from the plane of existence that is invisible to the two eyes. In the inner eye, it's very visible. So if you're finding that you are having a challenge with what you're creating in the gross matter and the form and the world that you are looking at in front of you, a lot of times you're going to have to realize that there's a possible rebuild that wants to happen, and it will need you to let go of what you see right in front of you. So I am Elasa Tiernan, Tina Marie to some of you, and I'm here to share with you quantum soul mechanics, eternal soul consciousness, as we find ourselves new earth builders, the new leaders of the now, of the understanding of what is real, which is seemingly invisible, like I said, but it is what is real. It is just waiting for you and those around you to vibrationally match, to have it arrive in front of you. Okay, so I want to give you an example of my life and understanding. Let's use the most recent experience with the hurricane, and also through my life of letting go of belongings. So most recently, our home that we were living in went through the flood and Hurricane Helene, and then also was affected by Hurricane Milton. And so it literally assisted the ascension of letting go of the belongings. Anything that was being hung on to had to be let go of, right? Then let's look at the example of my earlier experiences of life when I was in my 20s and Spirit said, give away all your things and hit the road and flip a penny with yes and no to follow the flow. To realize that your intuition and the seemingly flipping of a penny could guide you to the most magical places, which is what it did. I literally gave away all my belongings. I think it was like 25. It was my first time of this incarnation doing that consciously, and I was asked to go on the road and actually finger paint to get into my inner child, paper bags, and give them away to people that I met along the journey, and to see where I landed as I went across country to go on a spirit journey, on a sabbatical of sorts. And from flipping that penny, because I was not able to hear like I do now and all the clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, all that, it wasn't there more consciously. It was, something I was working on, and I would use the penny to flip it to get a yes for heads and tails for no. And if I was to ask a question like, should I go left? Should I go right? Should I stay here for the night? I used that method, and I literally landed at the most magical ashrams, youth hostels. I landed in the middle of the forest at 100 women gathering divine feminine circle. And when I arrived, they were like, you're here. And that was the theme of every place I arrived. It was like, you're here. We saw you in meditation. We knew you were coming. So that lightening of the load let me literally go into the into the unknown, into the present, into the now, and land, like I said, the most magical of places, all the way out to Nevada City, California, at ashram of Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda. And so again, through my life, when I get the nudge, I usually travel pretty lightly, or if I do have things, I'm not clinging to them. I know that they can easily wrap themselves up or move along, and then when I arrive at the next place, they're usually there. So much so that I can think of another one. I really loved like a blanket and a couch, and I arrived at the next place and the blanket and the couch is brand new. They're waiting for me. And this is, again, the willingness to not hang on to what you see in form and gross matter, knowing that, if we're looking at quantum mechanics, literally everything behind you, you can't see it. And so it's not there. When you close your eyes, things from particle formation go to wave formation. And when you open your eyes, they particleize back out. Okay, so when you're not clinging and hanging on, you literally give yourself access to the infinite abundance of whatever your focus and whatever your blueprinting focus is. As well as if you can close your eyes and step into the presence, into the highest realms where everything exists, everything already is, and you see a beautiful home overlooking the water. It's got a turquoise door, but there's also some red there. I can see the window. And if I see that place, it is there. You would say maybe I manifested it, or I'm building it out particle by particle, stacking up light particle by light particle to that blueprinting formation in the quantum mechanics, as well as in more of a spiritual sense. The true reality is what you see behind your two eyes in the imagination. That is the true spiritual reality. And what we see here on earth is actually the reflection or projection of that reality. So what we have a sum total of affinity to, memories, focus on in our imagination, both in vision and knowing and feeling, then so it be. And it's when we memorize in the subconscious and the ether, when we memorize a certain pattern of what we're seeing in front of us and we are clinging to it because we've memorized it unconsciously, or we've memorized it and expecting it to be there that certain way, then of course when you open your two eyes or you go back to seemingly that same place, there is all the things that you left. And it may be keeping you there because you're not willing to let go, literally release your tentacles, pull your energy back and say, I'm ready to move. If it's a movement you're making, I'm ready to let go of these things and get them to their new owner, or whatever the practice is when you get your internal cues, as far as, what are those I am presence, godly instructions, your higher self instructions that you get. And you are this presence. You are embodied when you start to just know it and not looking for answers always. But if you're kind of straddling worlds or straddling your persona with being the knower, the I am presence, you may find that, doing some internal cues or internal questions to your higher self, to a higher consciousness, to the I am presence, to your vision, whether you're seeing it when you close your eyes, like you're just really seeing that space with a turquoise door and some red and overlooking the water, or you are visualizing it as the knower, saying, this is what I'm, drawing in, or this is what I'm particleizing. And as you can particleize it in your blueprint behind your two eyes, if you indeed see it, and it's easy to see, and it feels good to see, then so it be. You will eventually come up to it when you are vibrationally projecting it. So this is the occasion for us to now harness our power. Like I said at the beginning of this video, what Spirit said, what the I Am Presence said, is we are being asked to harness our power and our powers of all the things that I just said. Meaning, you are here to acknowledge that you are a new earth leader. You have great impact to do. You have great build out to do. That will mean that the old may seemingly crumble. The old may seemingly need to be let go of so that you can arrive to higher frequency places, so that you can allow new build outs to arrive, to be projected by thee. So I want you to acknowledge right now in the comments if you've been feeling like you're here to be a new earth leader. Are you here to be a new builder? Do you really have something that you desire to create? Was it be a business, a program? I'm working strongly with coaches right now, doing high impact program creation, retreat creation. Are you here to create a wellness center? Are you here to create, that which you've been working for, and then now you're ready to do it yourself and not be working for somebody? Are you here to create a school? What are you here to create? And if you're already doing it, yay, I'm so grateful that you know these codes, these keys. And if you know these and you're needing some assistance, then, acknowledge that and then work within your channel, work within your inners and start getting the instructions. See if there's something that you need to let go or pare down or, pull your energy back out of. Sometimes even moving furniture around. A lot of this is also having to do with you understanding that you've memorized what you see in front of you, typically from pre-7 years old. You're memorizing patterns. You're memorizing archetypal situations. And so if things aren't shifting into the highest version of the others in your life, you may need to do some forgiveness of early archetype scenes of this lifetime and others. You may need to invite the higher self, the I am presence. So when I say I am presence, I mean, as an individual, yes, you are a soul. But from the droplet of the Godhead, or from the great Godhead, the droplet of the soul that you are essentially that God in a smaller packet. And when I say the I am presence, it's when we realize that we are the I am, and that from a very selfless place of the wholeness where we arrive from at are ready to be and work for thee, meaning, get on God's payroll, be in service to the I am you be. What is your highest reality? What is your highest instruction each now moment? What is your highest purpose? Your spiritual purpose, we talked about on a video before. What have you come here to do and to make this beautiful playground of the new earth? What part do you have to play? You may need to excavate and find places that you're clinging to old memorized patterns of people and invite their I am presence in those early scenes in childhood. So, you may have to do some storytelling and recreating of your story so that you can allow a new projection to really be strong and true and have a strong foundation from the origination point of the imagination of a new imagined scene. You grew up with the most amazing souls. They were all aware of the I am that they be. And you may be then tapping into the version of them that resides in the spiritual plane, in the upper world, which is what we're here to embody in this golden age, is to really be that I am presence and to allow everyone out in front of me to be the I am pushed out. So, Neville Goddard says everyone is you pushed out. He means not the persona you, but the I am that you're embodying, the God self, and that you then see that God self in all others. And then all the others operate together, almost how ants operate, or a musical. Everybody operates together in an orchestra, in a symphony. So you may need to acknowledge those versions of your childhood characters so that they can now be the upgraded, memorized versions today, meaning father, early father, upgrade father, so that you have a upgrade masculine inside yourself and an upgrade father that Holy Father, Mother God, and a father figure, husband, partnerships. All these things, again, are the invitation that we're all on right now to acknowledge how we have these powers, be the I am presence, be the highest version, and then build out, scenes, realities that have other souls being the I am presence, being the highest version self, new participation in the way we interact with society. Again, I say new, but these are just higher versions. So they're already there in the quantum, in the heavenly space, beyond the firmaments, in the higher world that you literally are like knocking down on your avatar's door saying, hello, that inner voice that you have, that super conscious intelligence is saying, hello, are you ready to have all that you came here to have? Are you all the desires that you have? Are you ready to project those in the light show? Are you ready to have that high impact, coaching business for those of you who are working with me right now and in the future? Are you ready to literally level up and embody the I am and then create as the I am does, which the I am creates abundantly? Because everything that you see in front of you, the I am is literally cascading a light show for you in the physical world, and in the unseen world is what holds all of that together, or the spiritual world. So I hope this video helps you with some nuggets. Please share it, like it, subscribe, put a comment in so we can boost the algorithm. And I'm just going to check in to the I am that I be. Did I get all of that around the topic today? Yeah, that's good. It's a wrap. We send you so much love, so much grace, and we will see you next time. If you are local to Tampa Bay area, we'd love to see you in the studio here on Fridays at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. for Soul School, where we rock it out with topics that Spirit is ready to deliver. So have a wonderful day, and until next time.